Happy Wednesday. Come on in. So I was hoping to be a little early, but didn't quite work out that way. But hey, I'm here, right? Hopefully you're here. Pop on, say hi. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Jeannie. Nice to see you. Do you like my new backdrop? Pretty fancy, eh? It's paper. Nothing fancy. It's not like a free wall I have in my studio. It's just a piece of paper. So yeah, so come on in. From Maine. We have some friends up in Maine. It's been really fall weather here in Michigan, so I'm kind of breaking out the sweaters and pants. Don't want to give up the summer or the summer yet. Hi, Tammy. Nice to see you. Christine, Judy. Hi, Peggy. You made it. Oh, you must be on your lunch break. Yeah, I was talking with Peggy today, so she was hoping to pop on. So that's good. Peggy's here. All is well in the world. So we're going to have some fun today. I have the card sketch that we posted earlier this week. This card sketch I started doing with my downline, or my team. And I thought I would just share it with all of you too on my blog. So we're going to actually make the card that I shared earlier this week using this template. Plus I have a bunch of other cards that I made using the same template. So we're going to do that today. And then also we're going to do a little Q&A. So you want to stay to the end for that. And you'll notice I am titling my Facebook Live The Glitter Pit, because everybody that knows me knows that I love glitter, right? But there's a deeper story to that glitter. So when we kind of start rolling in here, I'll kind of share that story, at least a little snippet of it, and how I got to be that Glitter Pit name of my Facebook Live. So the whole reason why I started thinking about a name to have is because everybody's doing Facebook Lives now. So they're calling them like Facebook Live, Facebook Friday, Facebook Fun Friday, whatever. And I don't want to be like everybody else. So I'm just going to call it an event. So it's the Glitter Pit with Dawn. And today is the first episode in the Glitter Pit. Yes, I got my rings back on. So my hands are doing great. Thank goodness for doctors and medication. Hi, Patricia. Nice to see you. We're just going to spend hi, Karen. Just spend a little bit of, welcoming everybody to come in. Give them a few minutes to pop in. So how did you guys like the event? The way I set it up on my Facebook? That's like the third time probably I've done it. I've been trying to incorporate that with my team too. So we kind of have an agenda, or at least a time frame, so everybody gets the memo, I guess, for the Glitter Pit video. Hi, Betty. Boy, everybody's just rolling in. Come on in. No rush. We're just going to hang out today. Hi, Brenda from Ontario. Yeah, so, and then I want to kind of touch base on, we're down to the last few days, like next week, not August, I wish it was August. August 31st is our anniversary, but October 31st is the last day. So time is running out, and you're going to be just in time for getting this promotion for the designer paper. Remember, buy 3, get 1 free. This ends on October 31st, so you want to take advantage of that. And then also your Mary Pattern stamp set, with the qualifying order, you can get that stamp set for free. So I want to kind of touch base on that. And then today for our virtual class, I have an extra perk for using a hostess code. So you might want to stay around for that too. If you plan on placing an order, you can use my hostess code and I'll give you a little gift. And I'm going to show you that gift here in a couple minutes. So let's go back here. Let me see some questions here. So how's everybody doing? Good? No regular schedule yet, so we're just kind of winging it. I mean, I do every Tuesday with my team, so every Tuesday I'm on Facebook Live with my team, but for my business page, it's kind of like a hit and miss. So hopefully we can get a schedule down. I'm just kind of feeling my way, you know, kind of working it out. I want to start doing more Facebook Live, so we'll figure something out. So does this time and day work good? I mean, feedback would be great. Give me some kind of an idea what would be great for everybody. And, you know, I'm all for trying to work everything in. Trying. Okay, so Betty says, Dawn, are the 2 Halloween stamps still available? Yes. So the holiday catalog is still up. Hold on, let me grab it here. This holiday catalog is still going on. Yep, so the stamp sets, the Spooky Cat and the, well, there's actually a few in here. So the Graveyard Gate and then the Creep It Real, still available. So you can still get them. Hi, Carla. Oh, that's Washington, right? Yes. Susan. Hi, honey. My honey is on here watching. He's on his way home from work probably. So yeah, that's good. 3 works good. All right. Hey, 3 works good for me. I know we tried a few of them on Friday, but Fridays are kind of crazy now. So I just figured in the middle of the week, hump day, right? It's good. Okay, so what do you want to do? You want to get started? All right, so let's go ahead and I'm actually not going to be doing any stamping, but we're going to make the cards. So let me go ahead and turn my camera here. And we're going to go ahead and show you this card. Now, you might remember this card on my blog. Just pop in. If you have any questions, I will answer at the end. We're going to have a little Q&A at the end of my live today. So make sure you leave a comment. And if I miss it, there's no promises. I can't guarantee that I'll actually answer every question, but I will try. And if not, I'll go back and follow up on that, all right? So like I said, here's the card sketch challenge number 1. And I just want to put it out there. My team, I gave them this challenge and they knocked it out of the park. Oh my gosh. The cards were amazing. So, but this was my card. So the whole idea with the card sketch, if you haven't been following my blog, because I kind of broke it down on my blog, I think it was earlier this week, but I'm redesigning the card sketch in neutral colors. So it kind of makes it, takes the whole design element out of the picture. So the idea is that you're going to use this card layout and design a card with items that you like. So you're not going to be limited when you look at this Christmas card, because this one is kind of like over the top. Lots of bling, which is my favorite. But if you were to look at this card, you would probably kind of limit yourself trying to think, well, what am I going to do with that? But see, now if you look at this card, you can think outside of the box so much easier. So you can kind of picture your stamp set you want to use, or your designer paper on the background, or what color of the base you want it to be. So the card sketches are amazing. They've been around for many, many years, I guess. On Pinterest especially, you can go on there and just look up card sketches and you'll get a whole bunch of different designs. So that was my purpose for doing the card sketches with my team, to get them excited about using their products and, of course, you know, creating a beautiful card in minutes. So this card here is this one, like I said. So let me show you the one that we made with my team yesterday on our Facebook Live. This is the Night of Navy version using all the silver elements. Isn't that beautiful? So it's got the silver glimmer paper, the silver foil sheet, and then I used the little mini tinsel trim from the holiday catalog, and then of course the little thin silver metallic thread. So now let me tell you the little story about this card. So I kind of had to confess a little bit on this card. So you'll notice on this one is I tore the edges of the card, and there was a reason for that. Remember, there's no mistakes in stamping. So when I cut the designer paper, it was quite a bit off. So the size is 3 3/4 by 5, right? So when I put it on the gold paper, I was thinking, man, that deck the halls is like really off center. So what did I do? Everything was already adhered down. So I thought, well, I guess I'll just tear it and kind of make it look like it was meant to be that way. So now you know the secret. So the secret's out. I had to tear that just to kind of balance that whole deck the halls thing. So I thought that was pretty funny. Okay, so we're going to make this card actually. So I have everything ready to go. Like I said, I already did all the stamping, and actually this is the embossing with the gold embossing powder. So, but we're going to make this card, but I want to show you a couple other cards. So here are 2 other cards. Oh my gosh, look how cute. So this one is using the cherry cobbler and the crumb cake. Same card design. Isn't that amazing? It just really, it's really amazing how many designs, like when I looked at my team's cards when they did this challenge, every single person did a different design on their card, and they were all so beautiful. And the one thing with this card challenge too is you don't have to go vertical. You can turn it horizontal, or this way even, or put it this way. You can do it any way you want. You know, really endless opportunities to change that card up. So this one is using, let me show you the stamp sets. Thank you, Linda. Okay, so remember this card, this stamp set from last year. Oh my gosh, it's such an amazing and such a cute little stamp set. This is the Cookie Cutter Christmas. And yes, it has a punch. Let me see, where did I put that? Right here. So it has the Cookie Cutter Builder Punch. And they're sold separately, but you can buy them, not together, but you can buy them and they go together. So this punch works with this stamp set. So this is what I used with the Santa Claus. And then the reindeer is from the Seasonal Chums right here. And this also has a coordinating framelit, which is in a bundle. So you can get the stamp set and the framelit in a bundle. But I used the reindeer and the Santa. Isn't it cute? And guess what? I used the brand new Stampin' Blends. Oh, they're coming November 1st. Oh, they are so awesome. They make you look like you are a professional colorer, if there's such a thing. But oh my gosh, a real artist. Because every time I use these markers and I use these little images. Here, let me show you all the ones that I've been making. Hold on. Kind of skipping forward here a little bit, but I want to show you. So I've been making a whole bunch of them. I made my Glitter Queens, their cards using the Seasonal Chum stamp set. But that reindeer, I mean, when you color with these markers, the brand new Stampin' Blends, and you cut them out. I don't know if you guys have been around with Stampin' Up very long, but do you remember the Simply Scrappin' kits? They were like for scrapbooking, but they had die cuts in them. This looks like a die cut. I can't even believe that I colored that. Let me see if I can, because it's so cute. It doesn't even look like I could color that good. Yeah. So the Stampin' Blends make us look really good. So then here's some more. I colored the Santa. So really, really cute. Maybe if we got some time, I can color a reindeer with you or something with the markers. But they are amazing. So, of course, I use that for these 2 images. And then that Merry Christmas is from the Seasonal Chums stamp set too. So it's really cute and little. And then I just accented it with the gold foil sheet and then the 1/8 gold trim or gold ribbon. And then, now this one is for the hostess code for the virtual class today. So let me switch here. Let me clean this stuff off here. So when you use this hostess code, hold on. Just drop my markers. Got to get all this out of the way. Okay. So when you use this hostess code, write this down. When you use this hostess code until Saturday, you're going to get an extra little goodie for placing your order with me and using this hostess code. So let me show you what you're going to get. Let me get this out of the way here. Okay. Okay, so you're going to get this card. Of course, it's going to be all the consumables. I can't stamp any images for you because it's Stampin' Up's policy, but for the most part, you're going to get all the consumables to make this card. Okay, so and I have a few already made up. So you're going to get the ribbon, the Smoky Slate, the Soft Sky, the Whisper White, and of course the Dazzling Diamond Glimmer paper. And you can make this card. Isn't it cute? Love it. Yes, alcohol ink markers. They're brand new. We've had them for a little bit. The demonstrators could pre-order them, but the official launch date is November 1st. So get ready because they're amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this card together. Like I said, I got all of the pieces here. And I'll give you all the measurements. Let's start with that. I got my little cheat sheet somewhere right here. Okay, so the cherry cobbler is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. That's going to be for the base. And then a piece of Whisper White, which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. And then for the front, we have the gold foil sheet, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then a piece of the Merry Music designer paper. See how this one's cut more in the center than that one. Yeah. This designer paper is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And then for all the layers on the front, let's start with the cherry cobbler. This piece is cut at 2 1/4 by 3 3/4, 3 3/4. So it's going to go like that. Then you have a piece of gold glimmer paper. This is cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I did cut this slightly bigger than the measurements of the card sketch, just because we want to pin at the end to make it like a banner. So this gold foil sheet piece is cut at 3, wait, what is this piece cut? 2.5 by 3.5. I'm just going to go ahead and pin it that right now. So I'm just going to cut it in the center and then just kind of angle the point side over that. Okay, so there's our little banner. That's going to go on the front. And then we cut out with the layering oval framelets. And then I embossed it with gold embossing powder, the Deck the Halls. And that's from the stamp set here, Carols of Christmas. This also has a coordinating framelit, which you can buy in a bundle and save 10%. And then, so I cut those out with the layering ovals and then the scallop ovals and the cherry cobbler. So that's going to layer on top of that. Right? So it's really cute card. Simple. All right. So now let's go ahead and just put this piece, the front. Oh, wait. We got to do some sponging first on the designer paper here. Let me grab the ink. So we're going to use some cherry, or not cherry cobbler, but crumb cake and some sponges. Get all my gold accents out. We're going to use the, I was going to ask you guys if you wanted the gold mini sequins, or did you want to try the 1/8 gold ribbon for the background. So this right here is where the sequins is. See it? So instead of that, maybe we could put the gold ribbon. I don't know. I like the sequins the best, but I just thought I'd give you an option if you want to. Let me know before I get to that step. All right, so we're going to sponge the designer paper. Hi, everybody. What's the code again? Okay, hold on. Let me show you that. Hold on. Here's the code. I'll be posting it again towards the end. You might want to write that down real quick. I'm just sponging. Okay, did you get it? Okay, so we got 3 for sequins, 1 for ribbon. Yes, sequins looks like it's winning. Okay, you know what? It's very subtle, but that's the look I wanted for the card. I didn't want it to be like, you know, grungy like Halloween. So just a very light, subtle edge. We're going to put this. Now you could cut the center out, but of course I didn't do that. we're just going to layer this onto the gold foil sheet. This is going to go on the cherry cobbler. So you can see the difference, right, on how I had the deck the halls. Nothing like pointing it out to you guys. But it's just proof that there's no mistakes in stamping. And the strip. And this is just wide enough for the designer paper. So 3 3/4 wide. So you still get that gold edge around there. So pretty. Okay, so now we can add the snail on the glimmer paper, but then the rest of it's going to get dimensionals. Right in the center. Yes, bling always. You're my kind of girl, Lori. Love it. Okay, so I'm just grabbing some dimensionals. So we're going to pop up the little banner. So yeah, let me know if Wednesdays work good, 3 o'clock. It's all good. Oh, wait, we got to add our, oh, we're going to put this on the foil sheet. That's right. Okay, so I thought I was getting a little ahead of myself. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm taking this edge of the banner and I'm lining it up with the edge of that cherry cobbler, that strip in the center. So I'm dropping the banner down just slightly. You could probably even use the liquid glue because you're going on that gold glimmer paper. So, but dimensionals seem to work really good. Okay, so now we're just going to put some adhesive. And then this is where we're going to add all the little extra doodads. So we're going to add the, we're going to say the sequins, right? Sequins. Yes. All right. Going for the sequins. Now remember there's a back side and a front. You got like the stitch side on the back, which is kind of ugly. So you want to make sure the little loopy loop is going the right way. Here's my other scissors. You know, these are paper snips. That's why they don't work good with ribbon, because they're called paper snips. Yeah. I tell my club girls that. Use your ribbon, your paper snips for paper. I mean, if they work for ribbon for you, but they never cut the ribbon for me. I don't know why. So I always get my Old Faithful big hunkin' scissors. Okay, so we're just going to crisscross the sequins. And then we're just going to push this right into the snail there and have that straight down. Then we're going to take our metallic thread. This is like so thin. I don't even think it's going to show up on camera, but it's like hair. It's really, really super thin. So, and there's really no right or wrong with this. You're just going to loop it around, making sure it adheres to that adhesive. You want it to be sticking out behind your layer. So big loops. Like I said, this card is kind of over the top. But I love layers. I like simple cards too, but it's a challenge, believe it or not. I'm trying. Variety is a spice of life, right? Gotta try different things. All right. Trim that off. I think that's good. You're definitely not going to see that on camera, are you? Oh yeah, I guess you can see a little bit. Okay, so let me see here. I'm funny, Susan? Well, thank you. You know what? You just gotta love life, right? Okay, so we're gonna put our Deck the Halls, and I went with the Deck the Halls from that stamp set because of the designer paper. I'm just going to layer these two together. And you'll notice on my Night of Navy, I could have probably put the Night of Navy as the back, you know, the scallopy part, but I used the foil sheet for that too. So then this is going to get popped up on dimensionals. Okay. And you're just going to position this. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love it. So really, I think the most time consuming is the embossing. And I say not doing that on camera. The only reason really was because of the die cutting for the big shot, because my phone is on this table. And if I did die cutting, the whole table would move and everybody would be seasick. So I just didn't do any of the die cutting, and then the embossing, it just kind of speeded it up. But that would probably take the longest part. But you could actually just stamp that with cherry cobbler too if you wanted. So it's totally up to you. Isn't it pretty? I love it. Thank you, Tina. Okay, so now what do we want to do? Do we have some time to color? Do you want me to color the little reindeer for you with the new markers? You guys are going to love them. They're so, so nice. Let me just clean up my table here. So 3 o'clock works good. Okay, good. I agree, Betty. Okay. Let me just move this stuff out of the way. Maybe we can do some coloring really quick. It doesn't take very long. What do you think? I do have a question for you today. Well, not a question to you, but I had a question about my video yesterday, which was really kind of perfect timing. So did you see this video on the Give Thanks card? Isn't it beautiful? So this video was posted yesterday, which was Tuesday. And I talked about the re-inking of, you know, your ink pads, because this is without the re-inking and then this is with the re-inking. So what a difference, right? I mean, they're both pretty. So then somebody asked me, well, how do we re-ink our our ink pads? So I'm going to show you that really quick. I have a couple videos out there, but I thought that would be perfect. I can show you guys that here in a minute. So let's do some coloring. Let's get my markers out. I just grabbed the ones that we're going to use for the reindeer, but I have them all that are available. This is the brochure that will be coming out, but it's, oh, so awesome. All right, so let's move this. Hey, now I'm going to do a little giveaway. I'm going to give these 2 cards away with everybody's comments in the glitter pit. Hi, Barbara. So in the glitter pit, everybody's comments going to get in the drawing, and I'm going to draw 2 names for these 2 cards. So you might be your lucky day today. And all you have to do is just leave a comment. You can share the video too. That would be really thoughtful. I would really appreciate it, but not necessarily. You don't have to do that. So we're going to color. Let me grab some grid paper. You definitely want some grid paper because, see, it bleeds through. That's what you want to do with the alcohol markers. Okay? But aren't they cute? Thank you, Tammy. All right, so one thing with alcohol markers, well, the Stampin' Blends, you want to use the Memento ink because this is a water-based and these are alcohol-based. So you always want to use the opposite. Okay, so I already stamped them with the Memento ink. And then we're just going to color. Now, I find for myself, now there's really no perfect way to do it. I mean, if you want to start with the dark, you can start with the dark and then blend with the light, or vice versa. I find that when I add the dark and then I color with the light, it works a little bit better for me. But that's just me. So it doesn't mean that it has to work that way for you. So I'm going to take the darker color of the crumb cake, and you're going to get them in a combo pack. So you have the light and the dark. It's easy peasy. So I'm just going to take the dark shade of the crumb cake, and I'm going to color my reindeer like there's shadows. So like where his knee is bent right here, I know that there's going to be a shadow there. And then there's going to be a shadow underneath his belly, right? And then this back right leg, there's a shadow there. And then maybe a shadow underneath his neck. Okay, so I'm going to add the dark crumb cake to those areas. And you don't need a lot. I'll show you here when I get the ink marker applied, how much I added. Okay, so that's how much I added. That's it. And look how cute he is right here. Okay, so then I'm going to color in his antlers with the same color. I'm also going to be doing a marker club for these, so if you follow me and you're one of my customers, if you want to take advantage of that, I'll be sending out some info on that shortly. Okay, so now the lighter color. So I'm going, and I like using the wide tip brush end. There's 2 tips. So I don't know if that's going to show up. So you have more like a tip, like a writing tip. It's not like a fine tip though. Can you see that? And then the brush end is the one that I like to use. But like I said, it's just a personal choice, whatever one you like to do. Oh my gosh. Why isn't that going on there? Okay, there we go. Yeah, you want to hear it click. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the brush tip of the marker and I'm just going to work in circular motion right over that dark color. And it's going to blend perfectly. I love coloring. You know, coloring's not for everybody. I get it. But maybe you will love it if you got these markers and you've seen, oh my gosh, they're beautiful. They make you look like an artist, I'm telling you. I always think if you just like to color and you just stay in the lines, you're going to be great. Yeah. That's my theory. And then I'll show you there's a color lifter. So cute. I'm not looking at the comments. I'm concentrating. I feel like when I color, it's like how I feel in my stamping room. When I'm stamping, it's like an escape. Does anybody else feel like that? Hi, Carol. You know what? The alcohol markers, they blend so beautiful. There's no lines at all. And the more you keep going over it, the better it is. No joke. It's awesome. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking the lighter shade and I keep just going over that highlighted area, you know, the shadow. But look how cute. Isn't he cute? It is easy, Yvette. Trust me. And with them only coming in the 2 colors, it's awesome. You only have a light and a dark. There's no thought process at all. Okay, so now we're going to use the pink Pirouette. And once again, I'm going to start with the darker color. And I'm just going to add a little bit at the base of the ear. And take my lighter shade. Okay. Then we have the smoky slate, lighter and darker. We're going to take the darker, color in his little hoofs or his feet. And then his nose. I thought about coloring his nose in red, you know, for Rudolph, but didn't do that. All right, then the yellow, which is the Daffodil Delight, we're going to take the darker shade for the little bell. And then the light, oh, this is the fine tip. I know, it makes me happy too, Lori. It's our little escape. All right, and then the cherry cobbler. Oh, I dropped that one. No, I forgot to pick that one up. Hold on. Okay. So we have the 2 light and dark. These are very, very close, but you can tell the difference just ever so lightly. Okay, so the darker shade on the bow of the cherry cobbler. Don't need a lot. And then the lighter shade. Finish off the bow. Oh, so cute. All right, now if you get outside of the lines, or like, let's say I colored, let me just take some here. Let's say I colored over that little dot on his back, and I want that to stay white. So I'm going to use the color lifter, and all you're going to do is you're just going to go over that however many times till that color lifts. I think the darker the color, it's going to take a few extra times, but I definitely want that white there on that dot. And then you can maybe go around his tail a little bit and lift that. So cute. Isn't that cute? And then look, it gets punched out with the framelit. And it looks like a die cut. Look how cute. And then the card, let me show you the card again. Here's the snowman one. Now on the snowman one, let me show you what I did here. So I took the darker gray and I did like this corner here and here. And then I kind of blended that in with the lighter shade. And then of course the darker orange or the pumpkin pie here. This first carrot nose, and then also for the little bunny rabbit, darker around the snowman body, and then blended that out. Such a sweet little face. All right, and then here's the, where's the other one at here? There it is. And here's the Santa, that little cookie cutter Santa. You don't, when you're using that, don't forget to punch out that little tassel for his hat, because he makes him so much cuter. Yeah. Very cute. How easy, right? So yeah, so stay tuned. They're coming November 1st. If you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. If you have a demonstrator, be watching for her to be selling you those markers, because they're amazing. Way, way, way better. Okay. So let me bring in all the cards again. So remember, now you're going to get all the consumables for this card. And that only is going till Saturday. I hope I have enough product. That's why I picked that card, just for that reason, because I had quite a bit of the cardstock. So hopefully I have enough. And then I'm going to draw 2 names for these 2 cards, remember. So we'll give those 2 away. Yeah, so try this card sketch. You'll be quite surprised. Really, really cute. All right, I'm just kind of moving around. And then here's another quick tip. I shared this with my team a couple weeks ago, but it's so awesome. So I had made my monthly downline cards for high sales and stuff for my team. And I used the stamp set with the markers. And so I stamped them all like I did here, right? So I stamped them all. And I was like loving life. I was coloring them all. And then it came time to punch them out with the framelits, you know, with the Big Shot. And if you don't have a perfectly brand new, not ran through that Big Shot at all, acrylic pad, you know what I'm talking about, when you lay your magnetic platform down and then you do your acrylic pad. So you have 2 of those. So you lay one down. That one that's laying on that magnetic platform has to be pristine for them to cut perfectly these little things, because if not, your little framelit that goes on here, it might move. I'm just telling you. It might move, and then guess what? After I colored them all that's down the toilet. So that would not make me very happy. So what I did is I took these little tiny Post-it notes. You can get these at Sam's or Walmart or wherever, Costco. But they're just a little, they're mainly, I think they're like for catalogs. I have a lot of them just because I like to mark my catalog. So what you'll do is you lay your framelit. This is like, especially if you've colored them. If you just stamp them and run them through the Big Shot, it's like no pressure But if you spent all that time coloring, you don't want to cut it and then mess it up, right? So take your Post-it note, line your framelit up, and then just stick that on there, and it won't move. Then you just send that through the Big Shot, and it cuts perfect. So you're not messing up the image after you colored them so cute. So that's a tip for you. Get these little tiny Post-it notes, and these are reusable, so you can use them over and over and over and over again. So my husband does all my die cutting for, you know, whenever I need die cutting, he does all that. So I'm very thankful, but he uses these too. So that's a great tip. Okay, so now here's a Q&A that came in from one of my videos this week from this card. Remember this card? I kind of chatted about it. Hi, Darla. Hi, Patty. Woohoo! Yeah, washi tape is great too. Okay, so here's the tip or the Q&A part, and I'll go back to the comments and stuff, but somebody had asked me, because I had said to re-ink your ink pads when they start looking like this. So you can see the difference, right? It's very noticeable. So, I mean, even though it's still pretty, but you can tell when your ink pads start stamping really light, it's probably time to re-ink them. So, and she said, well, then how do you do that? So I'm going to show you. So, since we got our new, they're not felt, they're more like that sponge foamy base of the ink pad. You have to ink them a little bit different now. So I'm just going to show you what I do. So, of course, I kind of mentioned on my blog this past week when we did this video, I think it was actually yesterday, that whenever you buy an ink pad, buy the refill. It's like a few bucks more, but you'll be all set then, right? So just invest in your ink pads with the re-inker too. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your refill, and I'm just going to make a few drops. Well, you can almost see right where I like to stamp, right in the center. Sometimes people like to stamp on the edge, but you can kind of see where it's a little bit lighter. But I'm just going to go ahead and drop some refill here. And then I just have a spoon. This is just a plastic spoon. And I'm just going to mush this into the ink pad. Then it absorbs it really good. I'm going to add a little bit more. See how it just kind of, it's absorbing, but then it just stays there. I want to kind of move it around. Then you might want a paper towel or a baby wipe or something to wipe that spoon off after you've mushed it around. That's it. And then another tip, let me show you here. Let me get a baby wipe. I want to get that on my fingers. So just take a baby wipe and then just clean that off. And then you have that spoon for all your re-inking of your ink pads. It's great, right? Super easy. All right, now we're going to flip this ink pad over. You're going to notice there's all these different names here. Of course, I have the US name here on the front. So I'm just going to use a separate one. Take that off. This one doesn't have it, so I thought it was good that I could show you this too. So you're just going to clip around that name of the ink pad, which is the So Saffron, but it's in a different language. And it's just sitting on the back of my ink pad anyway, so we might as well use it. So I'm going to take the ends, and I'm going to put this in the inkwell. Grab my paper piercing tool. Just set it in there. So now this does help you when you're stamping, because if you have multiple ink pads out, especially the darker colors like the early espresso, cherry cobbler, basic gray, sometimes those all look the same, and if you're expecting it to be always artichoke, ends up being basic black, it's not going to be very cute. So the ink color shows you right there what ink pad that is. So that's pretty good. I don't remember who I got that tip from. I think it was at convention. Maybe it was Glenda. I don't know. But I loved it. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. So, yeah. So that's how you re-ink your ink pads. And then just put a little color swab in the inkwell there. Okay. So any other questions? Carol from Missouri. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, just let me know. Be happy to answer them for you. If not, I'll catch them on the replay, and I'm actually going to post this on YouTube. At least I'm going to try. I always have issues converting this or replaying it on YouTube, so hopefully, wish me luck, I get that posted over there. So everybody that's leaving a comment is in the drawing for these 2 cards. And then remember, you're going to use this hostess code for this card here, or your snowman card. I'll show you that here in a second. Okay, so that's the hostess code. Remember, that's only good through Saturday. And then you're going to get this card with the consumables, except for the stamped items. Let me show you those again. So you're going to get everything to make that card. Now, you can turn this card. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Christmas card. It could be a birthday card, an anniversary card, whatever. But you're going to get all that to make this card. So cute, right? Thank you, Carol. Okay, let me just scroll through here really quick before we sign off. Hi, Laura. Another club girl here. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Christine. Yvette says you can use one of those for your refills to identify it easier. What was that about? Oh, you mean the sticker part here? Yeah. Like cut the little edge off and put it on the re-inker, or wrap it around it maybe? Is that what you're saying, Yvette? That's a great tip too. Good idea. Hey, we stampers got to stick together. That's what it's about. Sharing. I mean, there's been people in Stampin' Up longer than me, and then new people coming up. It's all good. Lisa says, are you having trouble with the tips of your blends? No, and I have been using them an awful lot, especially the crumb cake, because that reindeer is the cutest. But yeah, it's working great. You know what? I still have the blendabilities too, and they were always amazing for me. When I had them, there was no problem. So I'm thinking it probably was towards the end. So check them, Sherry. They might still be good. But these blends, I mean, and I'm not one to like be a real salesman here, but I'm just telling you my honest to goodness truth here. The Stampin' blends are so amazing. Yeah. Thank you, Trisha. Okay, I think I went through all the comments just real quick. If I miss somebody, I'll get back on there and follow up. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out. So yeah, as soon as this video is turned off, then, well, you know what? Maybe we'll just run the drawing for all the comments for the Facebook Live, even the replay, even if you catch it on the replay and it's not live. I'll keep this open till Saturday along with the hostess code. So all the comments from the live and the replay will be in the drawing. So even if you come on in the replay, you can still leave a comment, and I'll put you in the drawing for the card too, okay? We'll just do it until Saturday like this card. Sound good? Hi, Janet. I think they are, Virginia. I love them. I love them. And they're very similar to what we had, but I don't know. Something's different, and I love them. I don't know. I can't tell you what it is because I don't know what it is. But, I mean, there was a reason that we had to stop selling them. So, much, much better. I do love them. Janet, you're never late to the party. You can rewatch it whenever. No problem. I'll try to work on getting more on a routine with my Facebook Live or the glitter pit. We got to remember the glitter pit. You're in the glitter pit now with Dawn. Yeah. I'm just looking through the comments here. Okay. The markers will be available on November 1st. So be prepared. It's just next week. So yes, so excited. So yes, but thank you everybody for hanging out. I know it was kind of short notice, but I wanted to start the launch of the glitter pit. So hopefully that will be a regular live episode for everybody. So hopefully we can get on a schedule. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody. Bye.